We did it. Oh my gosh, we're live. I'm Alexandra Harbushka here, founder of Life With Herpes, founder of AlexandraHarbushka.com, founder of Secret Society Wellness. Clinton is taking a bath. I'm going to clean up from his dinner. We got dinner going right here. I got a crock pot of chicken. It smelled really good. I got wine. That's important. Scarlett's right here. Yeah, we're going to clean up the high chair. We're going to put the dishes away. Anyways, let's get to, hey friends, what's up? I'm a little late tonight, so let's just get to some of the questions that you guys have asked. Follow up, like have it be separate convo, or would you before, okay, I need to read part one. If you're ready to disclose to a partner, what setting would you suggest? Okay, that's such a good one. I talked about it today on an emergency call. Okay, I would suggest waiting to tell a partner until you're ready to be intimate with that person. So like if it's a one night stand type of situation, then totally different situation, just tell them right off the bat. But if it's like a relationship or you want a relationship, then I would wait till you guys are connected and you're ready to potentially, have a relationship with that person. I recommend doing it when you're not drinking, or like if you are drinking, like just one glass of wine or like one drink, not like a situation where everybody's like out partying. I recommend doing it. So when I told an ex-boyfriend, we happened to be at dinner, and the reason why I was at dinner was because something got brought up. I can't for the life of me remember what got brought up, but something got brought up about STDs or STD screening or something like that. And it would have been really awkward for me to have been like waited to have the conversation with him, so it got brought up then. But I recommend doing it in a personal situation. Like don't do it while you're driving. Don't do it, like this is your focus. Like don't do it right now like I'm doing the dishes and talking to you. Don't do that. But do it like it's like a serious conversation. It's about your relationship. It's about your future. So the way I recommend starting it is just talking about your relationship, talking about how much you enjoy each other's company, blah, 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 how you want to take it to the next level, and then recommend like, hey, let's go get tested. Let's go do this. Let's get an STD test, before we become intimate. I know it's not necessarily sexy to talk about STD tests or like, let's go get tested before we get intimate. That's not like what we see in Hollywood or what's considered like cool, but it's kosher, right? So it's probably the best thing to do for a relationship. So I recommend doing that. Can you guys hear Clinton? Poor guy. He's like ready for bed. Okay. Next awesome blossom question. Hey guys. Hey. During your first outbreak, is it possible to just get blisters and not get a fever or a headache? Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's body is different, so everybody's going to react differently. Here's our baby shark. Oh, he's so ready for bed, guys. Okay, I'll be right back. I got to be quick. So I recommend, not everybody gets blisters. Not everyone gets blisters if you are asymptomatic, and with that being said, not everybody gets fever, chills, swollen lymph nodes, Armageddon in your genitals. I feel like that's what it is. So yeah, everyone's a little bit different. Do you recommend vitamins if you can't take antivirals? Yeah, vitamin supplements, anything that will boost your immune system is going to be key. Lysine and Monolaurin are the two things I highly recommend. Monolaurin has the ability to break down the outer shell of the herpes virus. So it can break that down, which allows your immune system to creep in there and basically take control and show who's boss. And then as far as lysine, it basically suffocates the herpes virus, so it prevents the replication of the herpes virus. So when it can't replicate, it means that you're not getting outbreaks. So it doesn't mean that this is something that's like as concrete as, say, an antiviral. A drug, right? Those are FDA proven to help reduce outbreaks and transmission. But if that's something you don't want to take, anything you can do to boost your immune system. If you have never had an outbreak, how do you know when you're contagious? The unfortunate thing is you don't know when you're contagious if you don't have outbreaks. So there's this thing called asymptomatic shedding, which means that you can potentially transmit herpes to a partner without even an outbreak. So, for example, I have oral herpes and I can potentially, without having outbreaks on my mouth, I could potentially transmit it to Clinton without even knowing, right? So that's kind of a gray area. It's unfortunate, but it's just the nature of the virus. What I recommend doing is just like being aware of it, making sure that the people that you share things with, the people that you have in your close circle, making sure that they're aware of that and that they're comfortable with you sharing and doing those things. But if you're in a relationship, like my husband doesn't, like he wants me to kiss him all the time, you know, like it's not something that it's like, ew, gross, don't kiss me. It's like, I don't care. If you have, okay, Did you ever use probiotic tablets? Yeah, I take probiotics daily. That's something I definitely take daily. It helps my immune system. It helps me have a healthy poo. So yeah, probiotics are awesome. I highly recommend probiotics. Absolutely, those are great. And like I said, they're great for your immune system. They're also great for your skin, everything. Probiotics, cannot say enough good things about probiotics. Do you think HSV can be reversed? Heard Dr. So-and-so is reversing the disease. At this point, no, we don't have the ability to remove viruses from our body. So once a virus enters our body, we have it for life, which is great news because then we develop antibodies. So the unfortunate thing about this particular virus, this herpes virus, is it causes reoccurring blisters. But if it didn't cause reoccurring blisters, we wouldn't care. But yeah, the way that viruses work in our body is we get them and then they create antibodies that prevents us from getting it again, or potentially other things. If you never had an outbreak, should you still take the antiviral? Well, I would recommend talking to your doctor, of course. Like that's something you want to talk to your doctor about or your medical provider. But if you don't get outbreaks, it's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. If you don't get outbreaks, why would you take something that you don't need, right? The only reason why you would do that is if you're in a relationship and you're trying to prevent transmission to a partner. But that's the only reason why you would do it. If you don't get outbreaks, why? It's like if your tire's not flat, why get a new tire? I don't want to spend another $1,000 on a new tire, right? Like, why would you do that? Thanks so much. Oh, you're welcome. Will supplements like lysine, et cetera, also reduce the chance of transmission? Yeah, absolutely, because they help keep the virus from replicating. So anything that keeps the virus from replicating will help reduce the transmission. Absolutely. Positively. I'm almost done with this dishwasher, and then I'm going to go because little Clinton is so ready. All right. Regarding can I have a safe vaginal birth if I have HSV1 but don't know where? Yes. Oh my gosh. I had a vaginal birth with Clinton. I know where I have herpes. I have genital herpes. What they'll do is they'll put you on an antiviral like 35 weeks, 36 weeks prior to having your baby. And that way you will be able to make sure that you're not getting outbreaks. So I'm assuming if you have never had outbreaks, if you don't know where you have herpes, that means you don't get outbreaks. So yes, you can have a vaginal birth. Of course, I'm not a doctor. Talk to your doctor and get a game plan together. But yeah, you can absolutely live an absolute normal life. All right, guys, I've got to go. Clinton's ready for me. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. Bye.